We're back. We're going to close today with an old friend, and I've got so few of them left, I can remember his name. Ken Busby is here. Ken, good to have you.
It's good to be here, Sam. How are you, my friend?
Not bad.
Good,
Not bad at all.
good.
Yourself?
I'm well, thank you.
Well,
lots going on.
Before we go any further,
Yes, sir.
how is Michael doing, Michael Wallace?
Well, he's okay. We just had another little bout of surgery. Hurt his back this time, but he's home and recovering well. And I talked to him literally just this morning, and he sounded good. And he's working on several cool projects with the Route 66 Centennial and everything. And he has finished his 20th book. And it's back it's back to all the galleries have been proofed and everything's been done, and so it's back and should be released, I think, sometime in the spring, and that of course is on Oklahoma's own Bell Star. So that's good. We're all looking forward to that one. So he's doing well. Thank you.
Well, let's get down to facts here.
Okay.
Route 66 Centennial.
Yes, sir.
It's out in front of us.
It's getting close.
What are we going to do about it?
As much as we possibly can.
What have you got scheduled?
A lot, actually. It's probably the biggest news to share is that we now have a $6.6 million revolving fund funded for 5 years, or it will be funded based on sales tax collection over the next 5 years to allow us to work with the 45 communities doing marketing projects, capital projects, and so forth as we go forward. So our Lieutenant Governor, Matt Pinnell, the best cheerleader we have in our state, is working hard on that commission to and all the things are getting put in place so people can start applying probably after the first of the year, letting communities come and tell us what they need in order to make their communities really sing, really highlight them and highlight themselves for the centennial. So getting ready for the centennial.
You know, I got to tell you, I've long felt like Oklahoma is one of the best kept secrets in the country.
Yes, sir.
There are so many stories here. Mm-hmm. The Indian people mm-hmm. and how they were forced here yep. and what they did with it yes. Is one.
Absolutely.
But when you look at that one, there are offshoot stories that go out. I mean, there are religions and religious practices still being held in what I call the outback of Oklahoma, mm-hmm. and nobody knows it.
Yes, sir. That's
They're
true.
not even aware of it. And yet,
That's true.
We also have an incredible history dealing with just Route 66. Uh-huh. In fact, I went to Michael about this. Uh-huh. Oh, my wife and I decided to drive Route 66 from Chicago uh-huh. or Illinois right down through way out west. And he goes, well, let me give you a list of places. Eat the pie yes. here. Uh-huh. Get the hamburger there.
That's
you know
right.
that big voice.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you did a good job there.
Yeah, well, it sucks. Anyway, what are we doing? What can we expect to see out of the Alliance?
I mean, I think what we're really hoping that we'll be able to do is actually help tell some of those stories you're talking about, because we're actually talking with a number of our tribal partners to help them tell those stories, because a lot of them have stories that tie to Route 66 as well, and really using that as a real way to showcase all the good things that are happening across this road of 2,448 miles. But in Oklahoma, we have 410 miles, more than any other state. And so we want to really help uplift all of those stories that you're talking mm-hmm. about, because it is the stories that tell that history. It is the stories that make Route 66 unique, that make Route 66 a story that people want to know more and more about. So our focus is on bringing that national and international attention to our state, to visit all of these great communities, to learn those stories.
You know, one of those stories centers around the man responsible for the road itself.
Cyrus Avery.
Exactly.
Yes, we want to lift that story up because it's, again, so important. He had such vision, and to get himself in the things he was involved in, to be able to get the road to come here, because originally there was not a guarantee that it was going to come to Oklahoma, but he knew the potential for economic development. Mm-hmm. He knew what it could mean. You know, this is a man also, talk about stories to tell, that was also so proud of two other things he did, which was our Spavinaw water system to support Tulsa, yeah. and he gave the land for our first Tulsa Municipal Airport that later became the Tulsa International Airport, because he knew the importance of a city that's going to grow. It had to have good water, it had to have international and aviation connections. So it's like that vision he had also for the road, and bringing that through Tulsa and over the old 11th Street Bridge, now the Cyrus Avery Memorial Bridge, that kind of vision is what makes that story so compelling.
I know you're what, late 20s, early 30s?
God bless you, sir.
Thank you so much.
I'll get you 20 later, yes.
But it's clear to me, because you have an appearance of an older man, that you're putting in a lot of time on this.
I am.
You're never home.
No, sir. I'm out. It's hard to hit a moving target. That's what I always like to say. But there's so many good things to be doing.
You and Satchel Paige.
That's right. That's right. But there's so many good things to do, and I want to get as many done as I can. I love being engaged and involved because it matters. And we have such good stories to tell from Oklahoma. I want to make sure those stories get heard and that people are aware of all the great things that we have to celebrate here.
Have you anything that we can talk about now that would lead us up to the event itself?
One of the things the Lieutenant Governor is absolutely committed to is that we will celebrate, we will be the birthday party somewhere here in Oklahoma for Route 66. So he's really committed to that birthday party idea of the 100th anniversary. Working closely with AAA on the Route 66 Road Fest, and that's growing, and we'll be going to all of those states by the time we get to 2026, so it's got great momentum. And then we've got a really interesting development that I'll tell you more about the next time we're together in Claremore, where we're going to really celebrate that heritage of the Cherokee and really celebrate Route 66. We've got some really good plans for that. So there are some good things coming that you'll be able to hang your hat on very soon.
Ken, thank you for coming in.
Good to be here.
And I'm going to bring you back because I want to know what that other thing is.
Okay.
You're a good man. I don't care what anybody says.
Thank you.
We're out of time. Ken Busby is our last guest today, and we'll see you back here next time.